National Teachers College Mubende Virtual Tour. I am Masete Peter Frederick, the coordinator of this program, and first of all I would like to remove my mask because I feel you will hear me better, and since I'm alone I will be protecting the environment against the spread of COVID-19. So ladies and gentlemen, once again I'm Masete Peter Frederick and coordinating this program. I'm also the academic registrar of National Teachers College Mubende, and what we are going to go through now is the virtual tour of the college, and I hope that you will have a good view of it such that you are able to associate with it in the future.
Mukabirunji Leonida, Deputy Principal to NTC Mubende. I welcome you to NTC Mubende. When you come to NTC Mubende, as far as COVID is concerned, we already are prepared to receive you as a visitor or even our students back. When you reach the gate, you are received by our security officers who welcome you and ask you to take your temperature using this temperature gun. They record the temperature gun and your names in this book. As you go through the gates of NTC Mubende, then you proceed to our washing place. This is where we wash from, and we have water in this tank where there is liquid water. After washing, you are either allowed to proceed depending on the temperature that our security people have got you with, or to rest and then they recheck to confirm that you are not COVID-19 positive. As far as COVID-19 is concerned, we have worked with the district task force and our referral hospital and our municipal council to get a training for the committee that we formed at NTC Mubende to man and run the activities of COVID-19 when our students came back. This committee is formed out of our staff and our students, both female and male. When students come, they equally find that we have water ready for them at the entrance of their dormitories, at the entrance of lecture rooms, at the entrance of all offices, so that they can sanitize before they do their work. Now, students were also trained about COVID-19 in their lectures, and when we got on Zoom, online with them when they went back, we continue with them. Now that we are preparing that they come back, we have already contacted our referral hospital and the district staff team to launch here a COVID-19 center, so that as they come in big numbers, we vaccinate them from here. Remember that we have already vaccinated all our lecturers and support staff who have their certificates of COVID-19. You are welcome to NTC Mubende.
allow me to remove my mask because I'm here alone. My name is Flavia Mpeiwe. I work with the NABO under the TTE project as a field officer. At NTC MUBENDE, we are working under 3 components. The first one is pedagogy, which concerns about teaching and learning, institutional development, and infrastructure development. When the first lockdown, when it started in 2020, that was in March, and the schools were closed, as TTE project, we came up with a new innovation, and that is called the TTE Sandbox. TTE project came up with a new innovation and came up with the TTE Sandbox. And this was to experiment EdTech and also for continuity of learning. During that time, lecturers were given an opportunity to learn how to use ICT tools, and these ICT tools helped them to develop content for the learners to use from home, and this content helped learners to continue learning. And the lecturers were using those ICT tools to come up with new innovations, new content that is much needed for the learners in the 21st century. Lecturers would share that content with the lecturers using different technologies, using WhatsApp, using Facebook, and even as TTE project, we subscribe the college to Zoom account, and the lecturers would have Zoom sessions with the learners, and it helped the lecturers to continue in touch with their learners during the lockdown. Also, the TTE project, in order to ease communication, we had to subscribe to SMS system, whereby the lecturers would be also able to communicate using the SMS system. This TTE Sandbox was put on one Padlet, and a link was always shared with the students so that they are able to access the content on the Sandbox. And what the project did was to liaise with MTN, and the learners could access the Padlet at zero cost. And then, as TTE project, what we have also done in this lockdown is, especially here at NTC MUBENDE, was to continue with the infrastructure. And one of the aspects that we have really focused on, especially when it comes to teaching and learning, is to create a good learning space by completing the classrooms. And as you can see, I'm here in the computer lab, and also supplied the college with the good equipment that facilitates e-learning. At the moment, the lecturers are using this facility to develop content that they are sharing with the learners, and at the same time, we hope that the lecturers will continue using this facility so that we continue at this level of using ICT in teaching and learning. And the lecturers are able to use these skills, and at the same time, we believe that when the students come back, they will also be able to use the same facilities so that they are also able to equip themselves, so that by the time the student teachers finish their courses, they will be teachers who will fit very well in the 21st century. And as you have been seeing outside, the space is very, very, very good for the students to learn. So we are also focusing so much on the self-learning environment, so that by the time the students come back, they will find the environment good. And we have also put in place all the strategies to make sure that all the COPs are well observed, as you have already heard from the administrators. And I believe we are here to support, and we shall keep on supporting. And And also, maybe another aspect that I can also talk about is the aspect of institutional development. And during the lockdown, what the project has done is to equip the college administrators and the lecturers by putting in place the academic management system and the learning management system. And we believe even our students who are going to be admitted here at NTC MUBENDE, they will not come here to first apply, they will be doing applications online. And even what we have also done in this lockdown also to ease the students' system of banking, we have also put in place the financial management system, the QuickBooks, and the college is already ready. We have already trained the staff on how to use QuickBooks. So we believe by the time the students come back, everything is going to be in place, and the learners are going to find life very easy in that they can do payment from their homes, they can do each and everything, they can be able to access their results, the administrators can be able to monitor the colleges without face-to-face interaction, and we are there. So the lecturers were trained on how to use the ICT tools, and this we are doing it through weekly communities of practice. And then, after the communities of practice with the lecturers, where they would be trained, where they were trained in different the use of different ICT tools, the students would also engage the students through the master class. And this was aimed at also training the student teachers on how to use different ICT tools as the way we did with the lecturers. And I believe this is an opportunity that we have captured, and we believe it's going to improve our education system from where it was to where it is. So with COVID-19, it has come up with an opportunity. Thank you for listening to me.
And, welcome all the virtual viewers. My name is Lot Barrio. I am Deputy Principal in NTC MUBENDE, and I will allow me to take off my mask since I am a bit far from the recorder. As a Deputy Principal, one of my key cardinal roles is to supervise teaching and learning, and in respect to this, in NTC MUBENDE, we have created production units for learning purposes, and this is particularly in reference to a program that we call Teach Agriculture Practically. And in respect to that, we have a goat unit, we have a cattle unit, we have a piggery unit, we have poultry unit, which currently, due to the lockdown, we have suspended the operation. And we have a maize production unit. As I speak now, we have 60 acres of maize growing in our farm. We have a matoke unit, and we also have an afforestation component, and that's why in the college here we have what we call a monkey village, which pictures you are seeing. And now, courtesy of VVOB, a Belgian organization partnering with us here in education, has added more production units to us. In boosting the maize production to give us a value addition, VVOP has given us a modern maize milling machine. This will help us to do a value addition so that the students learn the maize production cycle up to the processing cycle. And then they have also supported us to put 2.5 acres plot of irrigation scheme that uses a solar irrigation system, and therefore the students are able to do practical agriculture throughout the year, regardless of the seasons. And the same organization has supported us to put 2 big fish ponds. Now, what is the main purpose of these production units? I will state that they are a threefold function in these production units. One, they are a learning center that help us to teach agriculture hands-on practically to our students. And secondly, they are an income generating activity to the college. And thirdly, they are a learning center for the community, that we encourage the community within and without to come to these production units and also learn these skills. But above all, through these production units, we teach what we call life skills to these students, which they can later turn into what we call earning a living. In other words, we are training a teacher beyond the classroom. And the specific response we have now made from these production units in respect to COVID-19 is that the lecturers record lessons from these production units and share it with the learners on the e-platforms. And I want to say that since the lockdown, our learners have continued to learn through the e-platform by such means with their lecturers. What is the food for thought now? The food for thought now on our table is, how can we expand this practical teaching of agriculture beyond the subject to include other subject areas? Bring business on board, bring art and design on board, bring music on board, bring biology on board, because the entrepreneur skills cut across irrespective of the subjects. I thank you, viewers. Dr. Pario, Deputy Principal.
Hello, our esteemed viewers. Welcome to NTC Mubende. I think let me first of all remove the mask so that my voice comes out clearly, because I'm only with the video gentleman, Mr. Masete Peter. So I want to welcome you to NTC Mubende, our viewers. This is the National Teachers College, one of the 5 institutions that offer teacher training at the grade 5 level in the country. We are happy this time that we are part of the exhibition, which is going to take place virtually on the 10th up to the 12th of November. We want to thank National Council for Education for considering our institution so that they can also so that we participate in this wonderful event, where we actually have to showcase our innovations for current and emerging challenges and opportunities under the COVID-19 pandemic. My name is Francis Katerega, the Principal, NTC Mubende. I'm delighted to share with you, members of the community, our experience of how we have been handling the issue of COVID-19 ever since the pandemic broke out in 2020. Our country was locked on the 20th of March 2020, and most of our students went home, and even the staff, most of them went home. We remained with a skeleton of staff to make sure that they maintain the college running and to do the general cleaning so that the institution does not go bushy. So we have been maintaining the college during the COVID-19 with a skeleton staff. I'm happy to share with you a few developments that have taken place in response to actually the COVID-19 pandemic. We have been able to make sure that we have enough water in the institution. We have harvested water. We have several tanks all over the compound that have been laid to capture, to harvest all the rain that we get during the rainy season. We have pumped water. We have a pump that is installed and can run both on electricity and also the generator. We also have the national water, and when the national water is not in service, then we go to utilize the reserve water in the tanks which have been harvested by using from the rainwater. We also have the boreholes, which are also helping us in case of emergency, so that enough water is provided by institution, our students and staff, to ensure cleanliness of the facilities that we use to keep ourselves safe from the pandemic. We also innovated the aspect of making our own liquid soap. We have our staff in the science department. They are manufacturing the liquid soap, which is used by the whole college. So we are really very grateful for the science team that are trying to really innovate to ensure that there is, whenever there is water that is provided, a washing point that is provided at the compound, there is water and soap available to ensure that the pandemic is got rid of. I want also to appreciate really our donor friends, Enabel and VVOB, for the support they have given us as far as infrastructure development and capacity development are concerned. And also I want most sincerely to thank the government of Uganda, of course through the Ministry of Education and Sports, for the enabling environment. If in fact the ministry did not lobby for us, the sponsors, then our college would be purely bad off. But we are better off. We have been actually conducting a virtual walk of the compound, and you could see really what the structures that we have received from the donor, courtesy of Enabel from the Kingdom of Belgium. So we are really very grateful, and the facilities they have given us are helping us, especially the e-facilities. We have received the computers in the computer lab. They are all about over 100 computers, all set in the resource center, and the students. First of all, lecturers have been trained during this lockdown since 2020. They have been trained to utilize those equipment, to design, to develop materials, to develop content, and at the same time use them to share with the students while at their home place. So actually, we have also received the support from VVOB. VVOB is a sister NGO to Enabel, and they are supporting us in the production units where students are provided with the plots to practice agriculture practically. That they learn from the, in fact this time they learn from the field to the classroom. That concept of say teaching from the classroom to the field is reversed. Now they are learning, they go first of all to the field, and then they go and concentrate in the classroom. So they are teaching, they are learning agriculture practically. So that support has been provided by VVOB, and we are very grateful. They have also given us the fish ponds. I hope we shall be able to look at these ones. The fish ponds, they are supposed to nourish, to improve on the diet of all of the staff and the students. So they are about to be stocked with the fish, and I think they will go a long way in improving the diet that we take at NTC MUBENDE, and I think the excess shall be sold off to, of course, improve on our incomes. And they have given us also support in the construction of a maize mill. We have a big farm for for maize. We have planted over 51 acres of maize, and we wanted to add the value to the maize that we harvest from the farm, and from that farm we want to add value by processing and at the same time utilize the byproducts that come out of the maize that we harvest from the gardens. So by adding value, we get quality maize flour, which we can feed to our students, and if need be, we can sell off the excess. And also give opportunity to people of the public that may have their maize, they want to mill their maize, they can bring and have that opportunity to mill at a low cost. So we are really very grateful to VVOB at the same time. We want to thank the TEDI department, that's the department at which we are attached, in the Ministry of Education and Sports, for supporting us in management issues to do with in fact they have supported us on a number of CPDs, a number of workshops that were attended to improve our performance. So during the lockdown, we have not actually been idle. Even all the staff that are at home have been being kept busy. They work from home, but of course they get the skills and knowledge of how to make sure that when COVID period is over, even when it is not over, we can continue teaching our learners. I think we have really tried to innovate. We have tried to use the opportunities that are available to make sure that our incomes continue to not to dwindle, but to improve. So the incomes of the college, as far as the projects are concerned, I think we are ready to make sure that when our students come back or when the lockdown is eased for institutions, we have something to begin with. We have the cattle, the farm, where animals are also there. I think we shall showcase these ones. Also, those ones are also meant to improve on the diet. And we have facilities like the clinic. In the clinic, there is a space for of course, for isolating in case of when the lockdown is lifted, and we get any person who is suffering from the disease, then we can isolate him or her in that isolation room. We have put a number of facilities to ensure that COVID-19 does not continue or is prevented from spreading in the population. So we are really very grateful for the opportunity that has been given to us by National Council. I want to close by thanking Annabelle, our donor friend, our donor partner, for supporting us in infrastructure development. I've already alluded to this, that they have given us good infrastructure, good buildings. I'm grateful for the training of the lecturers. Now the lecturers have been taken through all the e-learning platforms. They have developed the one-stop portal, where we have the model uploaded, and they can allow students to, they can upload notes, they can upload everything that they want, videos, and then the students can access this. Also, they can use Padlets, WhatsApps, and all of those. All those are innovations which are reached because of Enabel, the TTE program, and also our project, our department, the TEDI, Teacher Education and Training Department in the Ministry of Education, that have really supported us to reach this far. We are really very grateful, and we thank you for that. We shall remain in memory of this as we transform our institutions and our country. Thank you so much.